Hey guys, welcome to the Heart-Centered Millionaire. This is Ruben, and this is one of our our mountain series. So these are where we do a solo episode and where I'm actually out here in the midst of nature, in the wild, going to be sharing something with you guys that's going to be radically transformative to your life and your business. And so I know a lot of you guys are going to be checking this out on our podcast, but if you want to watch the visual of this, which is going to be epic because the scenery is going to be epic and real, you can head over to our YouTube channel. It's just the Heart-Centered Millionaire. You can search Ruben Drieger and you'll find it on there. But anyways, as you guys are watching this, make sure you're taking some notes, because today we're going to be talking about something that's really, really important. A lot of people don't have clarity around, which is, what the heck do I do when people are tossing around terms like vision, goals, process, being present? And I actually want to provide some clarity for you guys today, teaching you exactly what this actually looks like in your day-to-day life, but also helping you guys understand how to relate it over to your business, okay? So we're going to be diving into this now. If you hear a little bit of the wind in the background, yes, it is windy here. This is not too produced of a show. We actually like to keep it pretty raw. And so let's dive in. So basically, there's a lot of people who are like, you need to have vision to succeed, or like goals are the things that will allow you your dreams to become a reality, or people talk about be present more to be more happy, or like trust the process. There's all these sayings floating around there. And what do you actually do with them? And what I want to do today is I want to provide clarity around how to think about these different things so that you can actually move forward in life utilizing them at the proper times, using the proper thoughts, and basically make sure that you're not being confused and held back. So let's dive into this. So I'm going to give you a quick breakdown of what I think these words and these terms all mean, and then I'll dive into how does it actually affect you and your business and how you should be utilizing them in your business. So first of all, let's talk about being present. So being present is simply being here in the moment. And one of the things I've been learning a lot about recently is just even being in the moment here with me outside here in nature. The present is where you can find a lot of joy. The present is where you can really be. That's the only place you can actually be. A lot of the people, when they think about the future, they get anxiety, whether it's around things that they think are going to happen or things that they don't know, and so they're fearful around. Or a lot of people get stuck in the past and never are motivated because they're always thinking about the good old days. The present is this moment. It's this moment where you can be grateful for what's going on in your life. You can be grateful for this time to sit here and listen to me. The present is here. And one of the things I've learned recently is that the present is the easiest place to find joy and fulfillment. Like right now, I'm just so happy. I'm sitting here, I have a successful business with an amazing team, I have an amazing wife, I get to live in this gorgeous place, I get to on a Friday afternoon come sit here, right here in this place here. You guys can see the mountain if you're watching this on YouTube, and it's just gorgeous. That's what the present is, okay? Now let's talk about something that's really important. A lot of people are like, okay, you need to be present to be happy, but you need to have a vision for the future. And so how do you deal with thinking about the future all the time when you're supposed to be in the present? So let me give you guys a little bit of a direction. So a vision for your future, or where you want to end up, the vision of where you want to end up, you're not supposed to think about the vision because you're not supposed to think about it in order to be like, oh, I'm not there, and you feel impatient or ungrateful or frustrated. The vision, the purpose of it, is that you have a trajectory. What do I mean by that? So if I'm climbing a mountain here, this one's a really good one, Hulling Peak here. I've climbed it with a couple clients here. The point of me thinking about the peak is not so that I am like discouraged with where I'm at and impatient about getting there. The idea behind the vision is like, that's where I want to end up. So it's a trajectory, it's a direction of where you're heading. Okay? So when people talk about the vision, don't think about your vision so much that you get impatient or you're frustrated or you're always like being there but you're not being present. That's not the case. You need to be present, but you need to know your vision so that you know which direction you're going. Okay? So that's the first thing. Now, a lot of people also ask me, what's the difference between a vision and goals? And goals are milestones that you achieve that leads you to the vision. The vision is the all-encapsulating, this is what my life to look like as a whole. The goals are the steps to get there. So again, Howling Peak here, it has a couple different segments, a couple different lookouts along the way that give you a really good lookout and give you a sense of accomplishment, and there are things you can goal for. So goals are basically we call them rocks along the way to the summit. Okay, so that's what a goal is. And now we're coming full loop. So what's the process? Like when people say fall in love with the process, what is the process? The process is the activity you take in the present. I'm gonna say that one more time. Write that one down. That's a good one. That's a Ruben classic. The process is the activity that you take in the present. So right now I'm filming this video in the present. That's the process. Got a good gust of wind there. So here's how I lay it out for you guys overall. So you want to live in the present, in this direct moment. You want to have your vision and the trajectory of where you're heading. You want to have goals and milestones along the way. But the main focus isn't on necessarily the goals out there and the vision out there. Those are just the trajectory and the roadmap to get there. You need to focus on the process, which is the movement within the present. Now, why do I talk about that? It's really important because if you're always focusing on the goal and the summit, the vision of everything, you're gonna often feel like you're far away. You might get impatient, you might get frustrated, you might get angry that you're not moving faster. But when you focus on the process, the next step, as long as you're accomplishing the next step, it doesn't matter how fast or how slow, as long as you're taking the next step, you'll end up where you wanna go at the end of the day, right? So as long as I keep taking one more step up Howling Peak, eventually I'll get to the top. And this is where you need to stop comparing yourself to other people. Other people are, maybe they've climbed more mountains than you and they're in better shape, or they know the path better than you so they don't have to stop thinking about which direction to go. Stop comparing yourself to where other people are at on the mountain. Just take your own path, one step at a time, progress over perfection. That's what the process is. And so now here's the second thing I want to talk about as far as the process goes, why it's really important for you guys. Because here's the thing, if you only and ever reward yourself for goals that you have achieved, you'll often get really discouraged in the meantime between now and the next goal. However, if you reward yourself for doing the step at a time, for doing the process, the activity in the present, you create a habit that can last you the hard storms. Because here's the thing, when time gets hard, when times get tough, when business gets hard, a lot of us want to quit because we're not getting rewarded. We can't create a habit when we're not getting rewarded. So you need to learn to reward yourself for the process, for the step by step, because then when the hard times happen, you can still reward yourself for putting in the work, for doing the do, for taking that next step. This is vital if you want to see progress every month, every year. Super important. So I hope you guys found this solo episode helpful and informative, understanding that you have the vision, the ultimate vision. It gives you a trajectory and it helps you understand what are the goals along the way that you're going to need to achieve. But remember to be in the present and to enjoy the process, which is the activity in the present. If you do that, you're gonna be farther along than a lot of people because you're gonna see this as a long game. Climbing a mountain is not a short game. Climbing a mountain is a long game. So I hope you guys found this helpful. If you did, go ahead. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment down below. If you're listening to this on our podcast, please leave a review. Share this on your Instagram stories if you know other people would find this stuff incredibly helpful. And like I said, I love that you guys are listening to the show here on the podcast, but if you want to see the beautiful nature here behind everything, go ahead, subscribe to our show on YouTube as well. And if you guys enjoyed this content, and more even than maybe some of my guest interviews or whatever it is, let me know because I enjoy creating this and I'd love to create more of this for you guys. So I hope the last 10 minutes were something that could improve your life, and I'm excited to see you guys in the next one. Bye for now, guys.